It's alright, it's okay. Doesn't really matter if you're old and gray. It's alright, I say it's okay. Listen to what I say. It's alright, doing fine. Doesn't really matter if the sun goes.
Hey, Rob Smith here.
It's okay. Getting to the end of the day.
I lost my speakers back here someplace. Dennis Waterman, New Tricks, theme tune. Yeah, there you go. I was gonna, I did this somewhere. Here it goes. I like this sparkle thing on before. Oh, you know what I didn't do yet? I keep forgetting how I need to keep one of these screens open. Good idea. How tickled I am that you're here. Thank you so much. If you are here. Of course, this is unannounced. Tickled I am that you're here. Thank you so much. Turn the sound off. I'm going to move actually both these over here so I can see it better. Here. Hang on here. Let's see, it's a little easier to see. Let me go zoom up here. It does say 1904, doesn't it? I can't see. Yes, 1904 copyright. Because I just finished this. It actually ends in 1909, 1910. So I guess this is the revised version. You see, yes. This is by they're both these are by ladies. There's been 3 made by ladies, by the way. This is we talk about women's liberation and all this feminism stuff. Women wrote these first book histories of Florida, and later it's been nonstop men, all men. But anyway, this is Caroline Brevard. And then there's this one by Margaret. I'm about to start this one. Margaret Fairley. So this is from 1904, 1909. This is it's 38, I think. Whoops, I just lost it. Go start. This is the Duval County School. Now, someone tore a page out. I don't care. I'm not here for pages. 35. Of course, they tore all these other pages out. Well, I'm very interested, and I need to get drawing, I know, but this is just very interesting, all of this. I'm going to write a review on Goodreads about this. Because it's very interesting. Not the other one, the Brevard one, because the perspective of history so different from the perspective you hear today. All right, but I'm not here for that. I'm here for this. I want to go over some of these watercolor ones, and I have some more watercolor to do. I've just been in search of colored pencils. I can't spend a lot of time on these. The idea is to get these out. But I wanted to add, I couldn't find my colored pencils. I've reorganized everything around it. It's a different board, everything's set up differently. And if you're here, thank you very much. If I have a chance to click the thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. I ran these, the Estonia group. Yesterday, the day before. Now, I admit my voice has more energy to it because it's earlier and I have more energy. I admit I get tired. Let's see if do you think that's looking better? Can't really. Yeah, I think it is. Bump, bump, bump. And I'm just going to come in here. Really. I got to do this quick. Can't spend a lot of time. Please let me know what you think about these things. I love to hear feedback. Speaking of women, I'm going to be with a bunch of political women, at least in October, probably in September, it looks like, too. may take these with me and just get some response because it's a very different crowd who would not usually like this sort of thing, but I may do some things specifically for that group, which I'll do here. I want that to go away. What do you think? Is that helping things a bit? Hello, She White. What's an incredible idea? On the island, a dragon on an island. No. It's actually in Florida. This is an extension of the comic book series that I've. Oh, it's not even. I'm doing this before the comic book series even is available, but this is about the. There are. That's what this is. It's this is part of the mythos of Florida. I don't know what state you're in, White, but here in Florida we have a lot of mythos, not just what the basis of Swampy's Florida is, the skunk ape or swamp ape, but also sea monsters, dragons, various creatures that have been legitimately reported. I'm not just making them up. Now, I admit I'm making up some things. The part of the premise of the story involves an Irishman who lands off the coast of Florida, and a trunk is brought in, and some other, and then all kinds of shenanigans start. Now that's all made up fiction, but though the traditions and mythos of Ireland and Scotland, for that matter, are mostly in this trunk. Which then mix with the mythos of Florida, and then the actual history in the late 1600s, which is not the reason I'm reading. I've been reading Florida history for 40 years now. Those are just books. The one I just finished, I picked up, and probably a year ago. No, I just picked that up a couple months ago. Yeah, because I picked this up at in Oviedo. That's where I picked this up. I'm not clear where I picked this up. I'm not sure where I picked the Farrelly book. I think I picked this up from Lighthouse Books in Dade City a couple years ago. Anyway, but this is actually based. What I'm trying to do is see if I can catch the kitty crowd or whoever crowd who I can also get some Florida history too. And this is otherwise everything else is going to be based on true history of Florida, which at the time in the late 1600s was a mess. You had the remnants of the evil Spanish conquistadors. You had the British still trying to keep their teeth into things. And then you've got the remnants of the French, the Huguenots, which I'll have involved. I'm stretching things a little bit with the French Huguenots, but I want to include them because I don't want them forgotten. But all of it is to hopefully get some folks to learn a little bit more about our state's incredible history, which is generally unknown, and the Disney military industrial complex screws it up every 5 seconds. I'm glad to see them diminishing in power. I've never liked Disney, ever. I still don't. I think they should leave the state yesterday or the day before. Yes, 50 years ago would have been just fine, thank you. If only, as I say, if Walt Disney was almost born in Paisley, Florida, but his pregnant mother decided to go to, the family decided to go to Missouri. I wonder if he'd been born in Paisley, if Disney World, the rotten Disney World, might have been out in Missouri instead of here. I could have that's a dream that would greatly come true. Anyway, enough of that. Because then also we'd clear out the ragamuffins and unwanted invasives who move here just because of Disney World. God, you don't imagine anyone being so shallow. Hard for me to imagine. All right, hopefully that adds something in there. I'm gonna get another color pencil. Now, otherwise these are watercolor. I'm gonna get to, I'm gonna be watercoloring in just a moment. Looks like that pencil's a bit broken. Well, waste not, want not. So these are pictures I'm doing, which all this is involving Swampy's Florida. Oh God, well I won't be seeing that anymore. Yeah, what else I got here? I got this one here. So on this lead glass. It is hard to see. There we go. That's better. And I may change this page name to Rob Smith Jr. Swampy's Florida, and may just keep the other one because it's there. Just because I'm just basically, this is Swampy Florida stuff here. But I want to do. I've done a setup here so I can include doing some videos about Florida history. We must know our histories. How better our country would be if people knew our history. That's what's fascinating about those Florida history books. They're from a perspective without tainted with all the nonsense we have today. I love how Brevard keeps writing our history, our Florida, our state. I love it. Instead of writing innocuously the state of Florida. Because so many damn people write are from out of state who write our history. Stupid. Some just to sell real estate, which I'm not a party to. And then some. All right, so that is that. I don't know if that looks any better, but I love getting that. To me, I'm not an art guy, but I do like getting this feeling of depth, if I could. I think it helps. All right. I don't want to spend too much time. That's good enough for that. Where am I putting this? This is a sea monster that a father and son claim they saw in Lake Helen, which is just west of Panama City in Bay County. Newspaper reports, police report. Yep, they did the whole shebang. But it was only said to happen once. It's all nonsense. It's all silly nonsense. Well, what's interesting about what's known as Lake Helen, or Camp Helen. Why do you say? There's a city here called Lake Helen, and that's in Volusia County. Camp Helen's way up in Panama City in the Panhandle. Anyway, Camp Helen was a CCC camp, Civilian Conservation Corps, for World War II. And all those buildings still stand today. It's one of the best access to those buildings that exist. Most of those buildings are gone now across the state. Well, even across the bloody country. But that one still stands. Nicely done. You can rent out them, actually. Stay overnight if you so desire. A Civilian Conservation Corps involving Florida mostly were digging trenches for stormwater to get rid of stormwater. But also, it led to the CCC led to the first stupid idea. Well, there's many actions taken to create a canal of sorts from the Atlantic Ocean to the Gulf of Mexico / America. Many. The Indians were doing it, the Spanish, everybody had that idea. It's never happened. It's a stupid idea. Well, one thing we make too much of is transportation. Just knock it off. Stop building roads. People they want to get around, they'll get around. Let them figure it out. Stop blowing cash on stupid ideas. Anyway, in fact, the Brevard book brings up, I think, 2 instances of efforts in the 1800s to try to do that. But Camp Helen Camp Helen wasn't for the Cross Florida Barge Canal, as it was later to be called. That was further into the state. But when the CCC was around, was when that one of those efforts was done in in this case, the 1930s. But it got killed off by something called Adolf Hitler. But then it raised its ugly head again, thanks to George Kirkpatrick. He was looking to get a Democrat nomination to governor, amongst other things. Ended up kind of getting the heave ho from. But Kirkpatrick sure got pretty far with it. All right, enough of that. I think that gets the idea. I don't want to darker green. I don't want to spend too much time. Well, where's the green at? It's gone. Oh, well, then I'll use a dark blue. Fine, be that way. I want to give this a little bit more emphasis. Do this quickly because I want to get this. I also need to run out down the street and get some things done. Now, this is Trilby the alligator, or something like him. Trilby's the name of a community in in just north of Dade City in Pasco County. It was named after a book called Trilby by George S. du Maurier, who brought us Daphne du Maurier, one of my favorite writers. But Trilby was about rather well known. We think of it differently. We think about Trilby in a different way these days, involving. Oh gosh, now I saw if you know the name of the character, because I suddenly can't think of it. Feel free to type it in. It's Svengali. That's it, Svengali. That's where the character Svengali comes from. It's from the book Trilby. It's interesting. Trilby was going to be quite a city at one time, but that really started falling apart when the Florida. I'll make sure I don't give him a shadow. Oh, I do want to do this. I'll do that too. When the Florida Turnpike came along, that really messed up Trilby, and also Dade City really kind of took it. I wasn't going to do this, but when I came across these pencils, I thought, ooh, I can get this blue in here. I'm going to make this so it looks like they're all running real nice, like so all the lines are going this way. The idea here is to get me back to a speed that's more acceptable to get these done fast. I've slowed down because 5 months of work, I've been away. I'm trying to get back to speed, and it ain't easy, as I thought it might be. This is why I really want to get this light blue in here and give it a sense that you can see through this ghost. Well, he's scared. Better have an expression. I was going to make him scared. I was going to have him do an expression of Jimmy Durante with a nose and no, that's impression. Same thing. Who cares? Impression. I'm impressioned by your little texting type there. All right. Well, hopefully that gives rings. Hold on. Let me get this. Let me see the screen here. Now I admit some of this helps because I can see the screen. I see something totally different. Come on, catch up to me. What is going on here? It's just, I just lost it. I can look up to the screen and better see where I am. Am I live? Here we go. Oh, I'm off track here. Okay, that's that. Not good enough. Maybe that doesn't look great. Oh well. I got these pencils specifically to get background in, where I wouldn't have to paint it as much. I don't know if they'll work or not. Yeah, the last 5 months I've hardly drawn anything, except for the hours I did YouTube. That's it. But I need to probably do some more daytime. Golly, that translucent, I can't see a thing. What state are you in, White? Did you disappear on me? Did you disappear? Some people are scared to say where they are, which makes absolutely no sense at all. Absolutely no sense. You think about it. Hope that's not the case. Because whatever, so unless you're in a little teeny, unless you're in, see that? Okay, that's a little teeny one there. Unless you're in Samoa or something. Even if you're in Samoa or Liechtenstein. Nobody cares. I sure as hell am not going after anybody. I got enough things to do. One of these days we'll have to, I hope that we'll wise up and start to really go after these computer guys, go after folks. But we seem to be a little too caught up in silly stuff. But here I was going to get into some of this translucent paint. I remember this now, and I did do it. But I got this here. There's my translucent paint, or incandescent, or in, I don't know, something about a light bulb. Rat. Child safety caps. Children are so smart to open things like that. Maybe it's best they just do it. Oops, that's not right. Ooh, I didn't take the top off the water. Good, I've got some of that on my hand now. Now, where's that brush? You know what, I'm going to get another brush. Get another brush. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And anyone watching this can't see that I'm doing anything. Because it just doesn't stand out. I have to. At least I don't think so. Oh, especially when I'm over there. Hold on, let me get this back there. I forgot. Sorry. White should have mentioned that. Can't see what the hell you're doing. That would be a good idea. I just want to do. Okay, that's enough of that. That needs to dry. That's that over there. And now this is something I only got two. Yeah, I do want to do something with that too. Hold on a second. This I need to do something about. I accidentally did a line I shouldn't have done, and I know what I need to do. I just got to cover it up. And I thought I got green out, but maybe that was somebody else who got How y'all doing, by the way? And please, if you get a chance, click the thumbs up. Actually, why don't I click the thumbs up? There's a thought. I'm looking for green. Good heavens, there I see it. Fool around with the, no, it's not, yeah, I want green. This will work. Otherwise, I need to make that, just make that look like its arm. Yeah, this was one I did probably too late at night. I was a little too tired, and I shouldn't have done it because I don't like how that looks in the end. All right, let me get that purple one I had. I'm looking at other things. By the way, this was a multi-tip USB cable, which I've got right over here. But I really didn't care about the cable. I didn't need that. I did like the case because it actually snaps. Yes, I got it at Ollie's for $6. But I like that case. It's good. Good case. Good cracker. Hope you're eating your crackers today. Make Andy Griffith happy. Just want to add a little bit of stuff. Not enough depth to it, for me. Again, I need to speed up, and this is making things longer. We have no idea if these are going to sell or what's going to happen with them. They may just sit, no one cares or wants anything to do with them. It's okay. Do watercolor just in a minute here. Let me just get this out of the way. Just want to get a little more depth here. I want this all to go away. Guess White left. He got mad. I asked him where he was from. The reason I was been doing caricatures for 46 years, and a reason I've stopped is either the answers I get to questions are really bad, or they won't answer. It's not that they won't answer questions; they're just evasive, and it doesn't work because I basically figure it out anyway. But if I can't get answers, then I can't do the drawings. So I basically am not doing it anymore. I've just decided it's not worth it. People are paranoid to levels I don't understand. They need to calm down. Nobody really cares. It's folks who are uber involved. Well, it's beyond obsessiveness with themselves. It's a narcissism. It's hard to. I just can't conceive of it myself. Well, I don't know. Maybe I made that too dark now. Oh, doesn't matter how it. Okay, that's that. Someone wants they can have it. And they don't. They don't. I got a little concerned about. Whoops, got that bit a little too. Well, I like what I just did there itself. Yeah, I think that just looks better just already. What do I know? That's why I like to hear from y'all because I don't know if it's any good or not. Oh, that's a nice. What is this pencil? Colored pencil. One of the things that the work I did the last 5 months was visiting a lot of homes, and the amount of Halloween items I saw around was severely disconcerting to the sanity of our own population. 15-foot tall skeletons that have stood up all year long. It's not a healthy sign. There's a couple near me right now. There's actually as you come by the house, there's this 15-foot tall skeleton, and it's facing out to the street. So actually, the way it should be is the other way around. The skeleton should be attacking the house, but their intent was to make it look like it's coming to that the house. People don't realize you put a skeleton in the house looking like it's attacking everybody else. That means you're seeing yourself in that house as the skeleton out to attack everybody else. But as you turn the corner, there's a gargoyle that's also facing out to the street with eyes that glow. People need to be happier about things, have a sense of humor. Back to paranoia, I think. I think that looks better. Go ahead. Keep this gray going. Let me see this. Do a check here. Video check. Is this thing caught up with me? Only 5 minutes. I think this thing's slowing down. There we go. Yeah. I think that's looking better. That's the only problem with this YouTube thing is I'm used to entertaining folks by talking to them, and here it appears there are other people here. But I don't know who's here, what they're doing, or what they like or don't like. And I wish I knew more about that because I would like to go a little darker. And after 46 years performing, you like how to do stuff. How's that looking? better. A little bit more up in here. I hit that with that green. Where's that green? Okay. Yeah, oh, I think that looks much better than it did. Maybe I'm wrong. If you don't think so, let me know. By golly. Toss it over there. Is that it? That's it? That's all? Okay. But now, watercolor wise. So I've got this. Where's it? They're under Brevard's Florida history. Something else I'm reading is Dame Slap and Her School. It's got a teacher I want named Dame Slap. Keep you in line. This is by a lady by the name of Enid Blyton, who did a whole series of books for decades. This was a 30s that she did that's been reprinted, and it's basically an odd version of comic book in panel to panel to panel to panel. In the 1930s, you see the greatest innovation. It's why many say that with economic blight comes brilliance. And I mean, the list of things that got put together and streamlined was Edison has light bulb, and he'd already invented it, but he streamlined it in the 30s. Superman, Batman. By the way, both those same year, 1938. Actually, a lot of comic book creations, including the development of Looney Tunes, what we now know as Bugs Bunny. And actually, Walt Disney got his act together during that time. And I could go on. Great writers, Gone with the Wind. So many great books came out that time because people had more free time and more. And they're being well educated, which is not the case today. Today, people with their free time are playing video games, not creating Gone with the Wind, playing video games. How backward is America? Anyway, this is what Enid Blyton was doing in England. And this was something, today someone would look at that and say, oh, that's comic books there. Well, no, it's not. But it is sequential storytelling, as Will Eisner well coined. And it's actually rather lengthy because it goes on and on and on. It's not the fast reading that you would do, but some wonderful little illustrations throughout that she did. Good stuff. Anyway, I'm trying to. There's actually an Enid Blyton page on Facebook, and there may be one on YouTube for all I know. But you could learn a lot more and see. I picked this up at an antique store. I picked up two actually that are just like this. But she did a whole bunch of others. Some of that were just books, all words, no pictures at all. So that was her later work. I think because would confuse people, and it's why this probably wouldn't get reprinted today. At least here in the U.S. UK may be a bit different, but today in UK, you almost have to also put it in Arabic. But anyway, that's Enid Blyton, and that was what was on top of these here, them, those. I want to get some of this watercolor done. So I've got paint, I've got pencils out of the way. I don't think I'll need these right now. Except for maybe the light blue out there. I might add the light blue, we'll see. There's a lot more pencil on a few of these. I'm just going to see if I can work around it. Hopefully I can. We'll soon find out. Let's go. We'll use a lighter. And look, as I say, I'm not an artist. I don't work well with other artists. I don't think like other artists. I can barely stand to be around people who call themselves artists. I'm changing your hand right there. Look at that. I don't care. More paint here. Oops. Need some water in this paint. Still on the page. If I come off that screen, you let me know if you care. You may say, good, he's off the screen. Been on there long enough. Okay. Here, I'm going to come back. I'm going to continue. Well, no, I'm going to mess this up because the idea is I'm going to take these and put all these together, and you're going to see this go from, well, did I pencil all these live? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. But those others, you'll see, basically go from off the top of my head to finished. Yelp. What do I want to do here? Oh, and I've got all these here. I've got these other iridescent. This is Pop Shelf. Yeah, I do want to do something. $5. I'll warn the paints aren't that thick. You can use them up. But for $5, they're very good. And certainly you get the desired effect. I'm going to add a little bit of this stuff over here. Something neat about these trays, if you don't know, if you do use up the paints, you can always fill them up with tubes if you want. And then they last forever. Actually, look, this is you have to mix this if you really want to get something dark. I'm almost out of this. This one's about to go away. All right, get some paint. Get some more paint over here. And after I get the paint on, I'm going to go back and ink them, which may happen later tonight or tomorrow or who knows. Whenever Wow, that really is hard to see, right? Look at that. All right, so we're going to mix a little bit something else in here. I'm not getting the desired effect. I'm going to look up and see if that looks any good or not, because I don't know. Okay. If you have any thoughts, please let me know. All quiet. There's a fairy, for what it's worth. Many have pointed out how this is so counter to my own personality. True. Whoops. All right. I'll go for a little bit of this, a little bit of that. What do you think about the colors, White? I'm used to doing everything heavy-handed with lots of dark and light. All right, so next I want to get that. What do you think? Like the colors? Hate the colors? I'll take a non-answer as I hate these colors. And that's fine with me. So I say this ain't my ball field. I'm trying to play, but it ain't easy being green, gold, and yellow, and orange, everything else. You know what? I was going to put some light blue here, but I may wait till that dries and I may add that after, just like I added it to these others after. Next. Make sure I give enough time to go to another one. No answer. I didn't like the colors. Well, I sure understand that. I'm not much for the colors neither. Tain't my thing. Pink. I guess White likes the drawing of it, but not the colors. Should put her in camouflage. Let's see if I put that up here, up here, up here, up here. I don't know. I was going to make the sleeve. I'm actually getting a little model thing I'm going to have here to help me kind of get in the right mindset for this stuff, because, as I say, this ain't my scene. I'm trying to make it happen. So. Ooh, the dame's got legs. I forgot. Fine thing that is. Oh, I'm still, even with this lot, I think I'm still short of about the 30 or so I want to take over to Dennis. I'm wondering if I should hold off. Well, Maybe oh, God. The lip here ain't the best. Well, I need that to dry before I do anything more with that. Look at that. See how that looks. Shoot, I didn't mean to do that. That was an accident, but maybe I'll go ahead and make use of it while I can. On the wings. I accidentally stuck this thing, fell into the iridescent silvery moon. Okay. This is one where the face is a little closer up. Oh, the time is now 3:22 p.m. Just in case you were wondering. Kitty here. That was something else, a job I was doing. Whew. School let out, and I was having trouble getting anywhere, doing anything. I actually have some running around to do, but I'm going to wait till after the kiddies get home from their so-called education. How's that? I'm going to wait for it to straighten up here in the screen up above. Well, it'll do. Yeah, I shouldn't take too much time to all this. All right, now what color to make the dress? Oh. Keeping this idea of that. Might be a good one to do a little bit of that light blue and see what happens. Oh, I did the wings so they go about in all directions. Ooh. Yeah, I did that. And just so it's known, this is not how to watercolor. I don't watercolor like you're supposed to watercolor, as has been my friend Marv Bennett used to always say. I don't follow whatever the rules are. I never get it. Painting is something I'm doing, but it ain't something I don't think I'm very good at doing. Got some very good training, but I don't think I'm very good at this stuff. Goes. No, so goes. I'll probably be here more. I usually here just at right at an hour, or maybe less. But I'll probably maybe here a little longer because I like to. I may not get all these done. I'm taking too damn long with this one here. I don't know what time it is. Maybe it's been an hour for all I know. Some of that blue out of there. Do get a different crowd late at night, that's for sure. But I'm out of energy. I'm about to fall asleep. It used to be I'd be wide awake, and I may get myself back to that point. But for right now, so, yep. All right, so I don't know. I'm gonna. I guess something that would fit. Oh, maybe me pull it all. I think it's falling around. Well, just knock this, I guess. Fine thing that is. Don't sleep. All right. Bye bye, White. Part of the problem with White, I don't know how to say his first, or whatever that first thing is. Chichi Rodriguez. I can call him that too. Get them clubs. Hit them. And today, I don't know if anyone even knows. And I'm not a golf guy. I just know the name Chichi Rodriguez. He's got a practice place. I think they changed the name. It's on McMullen Booth Road in Clearwater. I think the name. I don't think it's Chichi Rodriguez anymore. I think he initially established it, and he went away from it or something. Or family did, or whatever. He's still with us, I believe. He ain't dead yet, but who knows? I haven't not checking up on him probably like I should. Hold on. Oh, I did those. When did I do those? I don't remember. Oh, when I think I got some extra paint or something. Was that it? Who knows? Okay, so what color am I doing the dress? Oh, I know. Yeah, I mostly get a lot of this art supply stuff from Dennis Kaminsky, DK Art Supply in Leesburg, Florida. Leesburg, Florida. But when all else fails, the pop shelf here in Ocala, I'm not only saying what state I'm in, I'm stating what city or area. I'm actually not in Ocala itself. Well, it looks like I lost. Here we go. Get a little more paint here. Actually, I'm going to need to, as I eat through these, I'm going to need to go to dentist and go get some more of this. This is all crescent board, by the way. Ain't cheap stuff. Not just watercolor paper. This is. Yeah, I need to get that a little darker on that so you can see that. Of course, I'm going to add outline to all this, so this is all. I need to give her shoes. Well, I gave her shoes, I just haven't painted them. I need to paint the shoes. Come over here. I, so, I mean, I know there's a small lot here watching. Thank you for doing that. But last night I had 6. I don't even know who they were. I didn't even know their names. So I say that's tough for me because I don't know how to respond to things. I work best when I know when I'm who's in the crowd. Or I'm more entertaining, if you will. Otherwise, I can be boring and talk about things that upset people or because as me. Here, back into the urine. Sometimes I can open it, sometimes I can't see. A little bit of there, 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 there. Okay, I will let all that dry, and then when I get to the inking part, deal with all the rest of it. Then that brings me. Should I do another pen? I'll do this other pencil. Something fell on the floor. What the hell? Get something to drink if you haven't. Keep thyself hydrated. Something fell on this. I don't know what it is. Brush one. Close this. Hold on. Paint. So what's folks watching on TV? I missed the latest episode of Columbo. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy. Let's see. I'm making this up as I go. I have no idea what the colors I'm going to use or nothing. Can't remember what the hell. Oh, I see what I'm doing. Just going to do that. All right, then. Fine. What colors am I going to use Oh, there's a flower on his arm. If yeah. Didn't even know that right now. I don't remember. I can't remember where I drew these. I think I was in a meeting. I knocked these out. And again, I'm going to go back and I'll put some outline to all this, like I just did earlier with the other ones, which you go back and see if you came here. Click for. I've got. Let's see. When my next meeting's coming? Oh, there's always meetings I can go to. Well, that's not too much of a problem. Whoa, dropping that's not a good thing. No, I wouldn't suggest that. Just for outline purposes. Did not mean to do that. Can I get out of that? The line. I'll put a line there. No one will ever know, except you. You. Now I need names and addresses. We have to do away with you. How dare you? You saw my actions. And what's this? Okay, I think I was going to do a leaf all the way through there, but oops. All right, leaf. And really, what I'm doing here is trial. I've never done stuff like this before. I don't like it. I'll just do a black line and do what I usually do. Just real quickly watercolor. That makes sense. That makes sense, yeah. Because that would be faster, and then I could charge less. I'm trying to do something a bit different, a wee bit different here. Got good responses to these. But really, I haven't completed many at all. Actually, the largest amount I've completed are what I did today. Okay, I have flower problems. I'm going to set this aside and I'll let it dry and then I'll add some lines to it. Somewhere down the road could be. I don't know if I'll get back to this today. I might. Who knows? I can't believe I've got myself to just do this much. I didn't think it was possible. I'm going to leave that white back there for now. All right, dry. Go there and dry. Leave me alone. This is something I started and didn't finish. These are actually lingering drawings that have been around for a long time, and I can't remember why or what. Just thought I'd get them done. Add them to this fray. I don't know if I did this during a live or when or would. What are we doing time wise? The time is now 3:44. It's 22 minutes since I last gave the time, and I hope you're satisfied. Oh, I can put a little hand over here. If it can be seen. Next time, 22 minutes. I better have this done and be well on to the next. These need to be done fast. Funny, with being a little more awake than usual, I think I'm actually taking more time instead of less. Yeah, I should have put that flower so close to the bud. I know it. I know it. I know it. Too late. Water under bridge. Well, I'm kind of cooperating on that. I guess I should do that with color pencil. Maybe I will. Patience is not something I'm known for. So, what's happening in the world today? was that? What was that? Getting messages all over the place. All right. Another one I'll let leak. I guess this is really ready for. Yeah, I better not touch this. I may leave that to. Let me outline that later. The next over here, there's still another one that's only kind of sort of penciled. Only there are 4 here that I'm gonna ceasefire. 348. Get ready. I gotta go run around, go do a few things. Go do that. Maybe I'll come back. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow at this time or whatever time. Excuse me. You know, when you sneeze, your body stops functioning. Did you know that? Your heart stops. Honestly, heart stops. Your whole body ceases to function for that instant. All right, I'll let that slide. Let that dry. You can see these others are going to go probably pretty quick, which they should be anyway. something I didn't know was whether or not these were waterproof or not. This gray pen, I just used it. Well, apparently it is. Good. I guess. Is it? Yeah, looks like it. This one isn't wearing shoes. She forgot her Tom McCann's. How unfortunate. How unfortunate indeed. I may just keep using the same colors. What the heck? Speeds things up considerably. Maybe this is one of the characters coming up when I get to this part. I could do it. What the heck? Let's make them all purple. We'll wrap up here in the next 15 minutes, I think, one way or the other. Well, I don't know. I got two more to do. We'll see. Other stuff over here. The other problem is, since I'm not talking, I'm just doing this, I get really, really, really bored. that's a that's a problem I have. Because this stuff's just really boring to me. I won't be doing a live here Sunday. That I know. At least that's the plan. Who knows? Things could change, but right now I'm not doing on Sunday. I'll have to come up with a name for this. Oh, this is different. The other was a fairy. This is supposed to be an angel. Maybe the fairy dies and becomes the angel. I always like the happy stories, you know. Gosh. All right, that's red. Or whatever this is. Well, I guess that works too. Let that go for right now. Over there. One last one here. All right, I'm speeding up, I think, a little bit at least. Good. See intend. Let's see what's coming up here. I'm going to go to the Daytona Beach comic book show, it looks like on the 7th of September. See some friends who are guests. See some friends who are selling, and probably some folks who are just there. So actually, it'll be 2 Sundays in a row. I won't. It looks unless I do something spontaneously while on the road, which almost never happens. I won't be doing a live 2 Sundays in a row here. The usual scheduled things I do. I'll probably be doing the lives on Facebook on my personal page, which I hope to move to the Artistic Whimsy. That's it. Page. Rob Smith Jr. I don't know when I might come tonight. You'll hear probably a much slower, quieter me tonight. Or I may wait till tomorrow. Thing is to try to get some artwork done every day. By the way, it's not art. People say, my art. Well, it's like, no, art isn't an amalgamous. Art is an amalgamous terminology. It's not, this isn't the only art. It's artwork. When you add work to it so people understand, it takes time, effort, skill. It's important. Get this stuff done. My case, 46 years. Understand, it's not something that's quick. I wish folks would stop saying art as if they're the only artwork that ever existed in human history. And they didn't. And they aren't. Sure as hell I'm not doing that. Can't believe how cutesy this is. Very different stuff I'm doing here. Very different. Very, very different. Hopefully we'll have some of this. I'm not sure what's going to happen right now as I see so many avenues opening around me. I'm not sure if I'll sell this at some show, or which I don't like doing shows, or if we put up on eBay, or who knows. All I know is I ain't handling the money. That's for sure. There'll be no doubt I will not be handling cash. Well, right now I have this critter in midair. Let's do something about that immediately. Suddenly there's ground cover. See if I do anything more than that when I get to the inking part of this. Okay. I believe this is ready for such. And I may go back and add some watercolor like I did earlier. So there's that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't realize there were that many. 8. So there's 8 of these I watercolored. Just need some definition. And then the 5 I basically am going to call finish. This one, that one, that one, that one, and turn this way. We're going to give everybody the same. Like if you have money in your wallet, make sure they're all facing the same way. You're less likely to cheat yourself, much less someone cheat you. If you keep all your bills so you can see everything's right side up. All right, I may come back later tonight, may come back tomorrow. Who knows? We'll find out. All right, thank you very much for watching, being a part of things. Oh, you know what happened to the music? I was going to play it. Lost it. What a smartphone thing. Did I turn it off? Oh, it didn't go to another one like it did yesterday. Well, how about that? All right. All right. I'll be back sometime. Thank you very much for watching. Be a part of things. Rob Smith Jr. here. Have a good day. Good day. Good night. Good day.